So this is Mathematics 7, first quarter, Module 9, Scientific Notation, Solving Problems Involving Real Numbers. So before we will proceed, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Multiple choice, what I know. Express the scientific notation of 4.301 times 10 to the power of negative 5 in decimal notation. So our exponent for 10 is negative 5, so therefore we move the decimal point 5 places going to the left. So here the decimal is between 4 and 3. Move 5 places to decimal 5 places to the left. That's 1 2 3 4 5. So the answer is 0 0 0 0 0 0 4 3 0 1. This is letter A. Okay, number 2, which of the following expression in scientific notation of 12,035? So the answer is, so since this is a whole number, the decimal is at the right side of 5. You move the decimal point going to the left. 1 2 3 4. So that's 1.2035 times 10 to the power of 4. This is the answer. Okay, number 3. Which of the following is the decimal notation of 4.075 times 10 to the power of 5? So if you notice, our exponent is positive 5, so therefore we move to the right when changing it to decimal notation. So 1 2 3. So there is only 3, lacking 2. You add 2 zeros. So 1 2 3 4 5. So we have 407,508, and it is letter B. Okay, number 4. How much is the value of this one in scientific notation? So since this is a decimal number, you move the decimal, the point between 1 and 0. So let's move the decimal point 1 2 3 4. And since this is a decimal number, so therefore our exponent is negative. So 1 2 3 4. So the answer is 1.05 times 10 to the power of negative 4, and it is letter 1.0 times 10 to the power of negative, letter D. Okay, so given 2.152 times 10 to the power of 7 plus 0.023 times 10 to the power of 7, which of the following is the decimal notation? Okay, adding scientific notation, and look at their exponent of 10. If they are the same, 10 to the power of 7, 10 to the power of 7, you can add this one and this one. Okay, so here is the solution. So since they have the same exponent, the 10 has the same exponent, which is 7, you can add directly. That's 5 7 1, align decimal. 2 plus 0 is 2. So 2.175 times 10 to the power of 7. Transform this one into decimal notation. So since our exponent is 7, we are going to move to the right 7 times, and there are only 3 numbers. We add 4 zeros. So 1 2 3, add 4 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So our answer is 21,750,000. 21,750,000 is letter A. Okay, number A and number 6. If an apple costs 12 pesos each, how much are 3 dozen of apple cost? So 1 dozen equals 12 pieces. So therefore 3 dozen is 36 pieces. All you have to do is to multiply 36 times 12. The answer is 430. Okay, 432. So our answer is letter C. Okay, number 7. Richard spends 63 pesos in buying marbles. If Mark buys 6 marbles for 42 pesos, how many marbles did Richard buy? Okay, so let's find out let's find out first the cost of the marble. So if Mark buys 6 marbles for 42 pesos, so therefore how much is each marble cost? So let's have here, Mark, 42 pesos he spent for the 6 marbles, divided by 6 marbles equals 42 divided by 6, that's 7 pesos each marble cost. Since Richard spent 63 pesos for the marbles, so therefore 63 pesos divided by the cost of every marble, which is 7 pesos, the answer is 9 marbles that Richard bought. So the answer is letter B. Okay, the distance, number 8, the distance from Consolacion to Bugo City is 87 kilometers. If a northbound bus liner travels 4 times in a day, how many meters is the distance traveled expressed in scientific notation? So, kilometers. So, it is 87 kilometers. And 4 trips. How many is 4 trips to 87 kilometers? Now, let's multiply 87 times 4. 87 times 4 is equal to 348 kilometers. Or this is 3.48 times 10 to the power of 2 kilometers. Now, if we are to change 348 kilometers into meters, we all know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter. So, we will multiply this 348 times 1,000. So, that is equal to 348. Then, bring down 3 zeros. So, this is 348,000. In scientific notation, the decimal point is here. You move the decimal to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, our scientific notation for this is 3.48 times 10 to the power of 5. And this is 3.48 times 10 to the power of 5, letter C. So, express the scientific notation of 3.014 times 10 to the power of negative 5 in decimal notation. Since our exponent is negative 5, so we move the decimal point to the left 5 times. So, here is it. So, from here, 3.014, you move the decimal point to the left 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this is the answer, and it is letter A. Number 10. Which of the following is the best example of a number written in scientific notation? Okay, it's letter B is wrong, letter C is wrong, letter D is wrong, so therefore A is correct. Okay, number 11. How is the decimal notation of this one written in scientific notation? Since this is a very small number, so our exponent here is negative. So you move the decimal point onto the point between 1 and 2. Only one significant figure on its left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1.2 times 10 to the power of negative 5. There is only one significant figure on the left side. This one, only one significant figure when you change it into scientific notation. Okay. Likewise, in number 10, this is wrong because there are 2 significant figures on the left side. It should be 1. Okay. Now, number 12. The following are examples of scientific notation form except. Okay. Example. So, this is a correct scientific notation. This is correct. This is correct. Only letter C is wrong. Okay, number 13. Suppose we consider 12 noon as 0 hour. How about time is positive 3 hours? So, from 12 noon, you add 3 hours. That's 12, 1, 2, 3. So, it's 3 o'clock p.m. Number 14. James bought 0.875 kilograms of beef, 1.42 kilograms of chicken, and 3.24 kilograms of fish. What was the total weight of these items? So, all we have to do is to add all of this. And our answer is 5.535 kilograms. And it's letter C. So, number 15. A farmer has a debt of 3,200. After paying 1,700, how much does he still owe? Okay. So, when we say debt, it denotes negative, and this is for payment, that's denote positive. So, when we add up, using the concept of integers, that's negative 3,200 plus 1,700, we actually subtract, so that equals to negative 1,500. And this negative denotes debt, so therefore, the farmer need to pay 1,500. So, it's letter A. Independent assessment 1, complete the table below, fill in the corresponding box of the given number. So, here is it. So, example, this is our scientific notation, and this, the second column is decimal notation. Now, number 1, the given is in scientific notation. Change this one to decimal notation. So, this the exponent of 10 is 4. So, therefore, this is a whole number. And we move the decimal point to the right 4 times. So, we have here, this is 6.4. You move decimal point to the right 4 times because our exponent is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer is 64,200. Now, on number 2, the given is in decimal notation, and obviously this is a very small number. This is a decimal number. All you have to do is to move the decimal point going to between 7 and 4 so that we could have one significant digit on its left side of the decimal. Okay? So if we are to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is 7.423 times 10 to the power of negative 5. So this is negative 5 because our number is a very small number. So negative 5. Number 3, our given is scientific notation 9.17 times 10 to the power of negative 3. So if you look at our exponent is negative 3. So therefore this number is a very small number. It's less than 1. So therefore we move the decimal point going to the left 3 times. So from here, we move the decimal point to the left 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So our answer is 00917. Okay, number 4. Number 4, the given is a decimal notation, and this is a very small number. And to change this one into scientific notation, let's move the decimal point unto between 0, 3 and 0, and required is only one significant digit. Okay, we will move this one, the decimal point unto between 3 and 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And our exponent is negative. So this is 3.05 times 10 to the power of negative 7. Number 5, our given is scientific notation 4.036 times 10 to the power of 8. And our 8 is positive. So therefore this is a whole number, a big number. So to make this into a whole number, let's move the decimal point going to the right 8 times. Since there are only 3 numbers to be moved, we will add 5 zeros. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the resulting number now is 43,600,000. So number 6, our given is a decimal notation, and our decimal notation is a whole number, and its decimal point was found at the right side of 0. So all you have to do is move the decimal point unto the point between 7 and 2 here, because the required is only one significant digit on the left side, one's place value only on one's place value only. Okay, when we move it, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's 7, and therefore our answer is 7.2049 times 10 to the power of 7. This is positive because we are moving the decimal going to the left, and this is a whole number, not a decimal number. Suppose we consider 12 noon as 0 hour. What time is negative 3 hours? So negative 3 hours is before 12 noon, 3 hours before 12 noon. That's 11, 10, 9. Therefore, we are referring to 9 o'clock a.m. So this is an integer. Okay, number 2, a boy takes 3 steps up. So 3 steps up is positive flight of stairs. After a brief pause, he removes up 5 steps more. He removes 5 steps more. So it's positive still. And how many steps is he from the ground? Okay, so 3 steps, then 5 steps. So therefore, he is 8 steps up from ground. Okay, number 3. A yarn 10 meters long is cut into 8 pieces of equal length. What subset of real numbers represents? Okay, what subset of real number represents the length of each piece? Prove your answer. So 10 meters long is cut into 8 pieces. So this is 10 divided by 8. We are referring to rational number. Okay, number 4. The distance of the Earth from the moon is about 239 miles, while the Earth is 93 million miles away from the sun. So approximately how far is the sun from the moon in scientific notation? Now, if we are to represent this one in a number line, so this is Earth, this is moon, and this is sun. The distance of Earth and moon is 239,000 miles, and the distance of Earth and sun is 93 million miles. Okay, so what is the distance between the moon and the sun? All you have to do is to subtract 93 million miles minus 239,000 miles. So the distance of moon and sun is 92,761,000. If we are to convert this one into scientific notation, this is 9.2761 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 10 to the power of positive 7. Okay, number 5. Astronaut A travels from Earth to the moon, while astronaut B travels from Earth approximately near to the sun. Considering the given distance in problem number 4, what is the total distance traveled by the two astronauts? So when we total, we will add. So express the answer in scientific notation. So we will add 239,000 miles plus 93 million miles. The answer is 93,239,000 miles. Express this one into scientific notation. Okay, this is a very large, very big number, and the decimal point is here. So you move the decimal point onto the point between 9 and 3, so that we have only one place, one significant digit on the left. So let's move the decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 9.3239 times 10 to the power of 7. Okay, solving problems. Martin receives 400 pesos for his weekly allowance. He spends half of its food, 40% of it on fare, 25 pesos on supplies, and saves the rest. How much does he save in a week? So there is here is the solution for this. Okay, we all know that he received 400 pesos, and 400 pesos he spent half of it for food. So half of 400 is 200. Okay, the remaining 200, he got 40% of it as for fare. So 40% of 200, that's 80. And after having 80, okay, he had supplies of, he paid a supplies of 25 pesos. So all in all, his total expenditures is 305 pesos. Then he had 400 pesos at first, so you are to subtract 400 minus 305, so therefore he has a savings of 95 pesos only. Okay, number 2. So Charlie took the elevator at 4th floor. It went down 3 floors, then up by 5 floors, and up again by 2 floors, where he finally got off. On what floor did he get off the elevator? So when we say it went down, that's negative 3, then up by 5 floors, that's positive, and up again by 2, that's positive. So and he finally got off. So how are we going to answer? So when we say down, that's negative 3, up is positive 5, then up positive 2. Okay, so if we are to sum up all, is equal to positive 2 plus positive 5, that's 7, minus 3, that's 4. So 4. So therefore, he is fourth floor away from the 4th floor. So therefore, he is on the 8th floor. 8th floor is the answer. Next, number 13. During the intramurals, Ryan and Brian were competing to the 100-meter race. If Ryan can run the race in 13.25 seconds and Brian can run slower by 2.3 seconds, what was Brian's time for the 100-meter dash? All you have to do is to subtract 13.25 minus 2.3. So therefore, Brian's time is 10.95 seconds. He runs faster than Ryan. Okay, how long will it take to spend a billion pesos if 1,000 is spent each day? Express the answer in scientific notation. So all you have to do is, you have 1 billion, you divide it by 1,000, the answer is 1 million days. So after 1 million days, your 1 billion will be gone. So in scientific notation, the 1 million will be 1.0 times 10 to the power of 6. Since there are 6 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, number 5. If 1,000 is spent each day, how much is the money spent for 1 month, considering that 1 month is 30 days? So if every day is 1,000 spending, therefore after 30 days, you have a spending of 30,000. In scientific notation, the decimal point is here because this is a whole number. You move the decimal point onto the point between 3 and 0, so that we have only one significant digit on the left side of the decimal. So let's move 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 3.0 times 10 to the power of 4. So choose the letter that you think best answers of the following questions. So which of the following is a scientific notation for the product of 400 times 300? So the answer is 1.2 times 10 to the power of 5. This is 120,000. Okay, 120,000. So you move from the decimal point is here, and we move the decimal point onto the point between 1 and 2. So that we will have only one significant digit on the left side of the decimal. So that is how many times we move the decimal point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1.2 times 10 to the power of positive 5. It's because this is a whole number. Okay, number 2. How is the quotient of 800,000 divided by 2,000 expressed in scientific notation? So 800,000 divided by 2,000 is here. So 800,000 divided by 2,000, cancel the 3 zeros. The answer is 800 divided by 2, that's 400. Expressed in scientific notation, decimal point is on the right side of 0. And move the decimal point onto the point between 4 and 0. That's 1, 2. So therefore, this is 4 times 10 to the power of positive 2. It's because this is a whole number. Okay? So which of the following scientific notation is equal to 15 trillion? So when we see 15 trillion, how many zeros? That's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12 zeros in all. When you express this one into scientific notation, you move the decimal point from the decimal point here. It should be to between 1 and 5. And to between 1 and 5. Only one decimal point on the left side. Only one significant digit on the left side of the decimal. Okay, so the answer is 1.5 times 10 to the power of 13. Okay, number 4. A cubic centimeter is equal to 2.1 times 10 to the power of negative 5 cubic yards. Write its equivalent in decimal notation. So, decimal notation of 2.1 times 10 to the power of negative 5. So, we have negative exponents. So, therefore, this number is a very small number. So, to make this into a very small number, we move to the left 5 times. So, from here, 2.1, we move to the left 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this number is tens, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 21 millionths. Okay, it's letter C. The distance light travels in 9 quadrillion, 460 trillion, 528 billion, 400 million. So, how to express this number in scientific notation? All you have to do is, this is a very big number, all you have to do is to count out the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, this decimal point is unto between 9 and 4. So, 9.4. So, how many in all? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So, it's 15 here. It's letter D. Okay. Letter F. Yes, letter F. Independent Assessment 3. Read each item carefully. Choose the letter that corresponds to the correct answer. Lorna has 445 bottle caps. If she shares them among 89 friends, how many bottle caps does each of her friends get? So all you have to do is 445 divided by 89, and the answer is 5. So 5 bottle caps that each of her friend received. Number 2. The school is planning a trip. There are 231 students and 33 seats on each school bus. How many buses are needed to take the trip? So all you have to do is to divide 231 divided by 33. The answer is 7 buses needed. Okay, let's letter C. Number 3. Okay, number 3. A farm harvested 24.5 tons of watermelons. So 1 ton equals 1,000 kilograms. On the first day, and 31.8 tons of watermelons on the next day. Then 48.2 tons of watermelons were delivered to the market. How many kilograms of watermelon have left? So express the answers in scientific notation. All you have to do is to add first the total harvested tons of watermelons, 24.5 times 31.8, that's 56.3 in all. Afterwards, the 48.2 tons was delivered, so you subtract, therefore, the answer is 8.1 tons left. And since tons convert it to kilograms, so 1 ton equals 1,000 kilogram, you multiply this one by 1,000, the answer is 8,100 kilogram. To scientific notation, the decimal point is here, and we move decimal point to the left, and since this is a whole number, expected that our exponent is positive. So we move the decimal point to the left, 1, 2, 3. It's 8.1 times 10 to the power of positive 3. Okay, number 4. Elena received an amount of 1,820 pesos from her family during her birthday. The next day, she bought a dress that cost 999 pesos and 25 centavos and a t-shirt for 399 pesos and 50 centavos at Pacific Mall, Mandaue City. How much money was left? So obviously, this is addition and subtraction. Okay, so Elena first has a 1,820 and his spending is 999.25 and 399.50. You add these two, this has a total of 1,398.75. Afterwards, you subtract the money she received minus the total spending, which is 1,398.75. The money left of Elena is only 421 pesos and 25 centavos. This is letter A. Okay, now, number 5, the world's population in 1992 was approximately 5.42 times 10 to the power of 9, and the number of people living in China was 1.17 times 10 to the power of 9. How many people lived outside China in 1992? Okay, look at the two. So obviously this is subtraction, and we could subtract this directly because they have the same exponent, 9, 9. So all you have to do is 5.42 times 10 to the power of 9 minus 1.17 times 10 to the power of 9. So all you have to do is to bring down the times 10 to the power of 9 and subtract. Okay. 2 minus 7, and that's 5. Okay, this one is 2. Align the decimal, then 5 minus 1 is 4. So the answer is 4.25 times 10 to the power of 9, and it's letter D.